stand like this. Because if I stand like this, many of you will not see me. Mr. Contest Chair, eminent panel of judges, thank you, Richard Girish, for this wonderful forum, excellent experience that we had going through this round of selection. I want to stand out from the crowd. I want to build a brand for myself. How many of you agree with me? A brand that is powerful, a brand that is enviable, a brand that is sought after without spending like an Armani or a Ferrari does for branding. As I asked this question to myself, I realized that I am already a brand. I am branded as a lousy husband, an irresponsible father, but surprise, surprise, as a very obedient son. And then people told me that your obedience is the problem for being lousy and irresponsible. I said, well, it depends on which side you are. People is what I refer to my wife in speeches. I love people. But today, we have a more pertinent question. Friends, as leaders, are we here to build a brand for ourselves? We want to build a brand for ourselves as a personal brand, as a leader who is sought after, who is respected and loved. As I thought about it, what makes a leader unique? What makes a leader to be sought after? Is it power? Is it recognition? Is it compensation? And what is it that makes somebody follow a leader without questions, concerns, or qualms, and above all, with respect and love? I struggle to find answers for these questions, and more so of late because the world is changing. The concepts of leadership that we've been used to hearing is not relevant anymore. It's a changing world, and they call it VUCA world: volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And in this kind of a world, where the next generation, the millennials, are much more smarter, much more sharper, competent, and qualified than you and me, how do we stand out as leaders? How do we lead such a generation? I struggled to find an answer for this. And that's when I found an organization, a 92-year-old organization, which thrives on a philosophy of leadership, where inspiring happens not by fear, favor, or financial frills, where inspiring happens not by control on appraisals, promotions, or increments. Friends, Toastmasters is where you see leadership in action. And to give you a perspective, with 350,000 members, Toastmasters as an organization is bigger than a General Electric, an HP, an IBM, an Apple. So an organization of the size and scale of Toastmasters is having leaders at all levels of different kinds, of different competencies. Now, as I looked closer at the ecosystem, I realized that there is something unique about the leadership that is found in Toastmasters. And this, today I'm going to talk about, is about mentoring as leaders. Mentoring, a concept which is so successful yet so highly underrated. And as I look closer at this ecosystem, and I look at the most successful mentors, I realize that they don't do anything great. There are no high-five management fundas It's very simple. 3 simple words which they apply day after day. And that is touches, nudges, and pushes. Touches, nudges, pushes. I'll tell you how it works. A mentor, as a leader, he touches the mentee in a manner that the mentee feels that he can go on to the next level. The mentee is then in a position to take up higher challenges. This happens only when the mentor is able to shift the line of neutrality from me to you. Shifting this line of neutrality from me to you is what makes you a successful mentor, somebody who is respected and worthy of being followed. Now picture this. One evening, a young fellow meets an old fellow in an office after office hours. Now, there's nothing wrong in calling fellows here in Toastmasters because we call each other fellow Toastmasters. So, the older fellow tells the younger fellow, and this was soon after the Keynote contest was announced. The older fellow tells the younger fellow, "You heard about the Keynote contest?" "Yes, sir, but what is it?" "Well, just give your name. You'll see." And the younger fellow said, "But I'm just an ACS. All that I've seen about a professional speaker manual is a cover page. I've not even seen I've never ever delivered a keynote speech." "It's okay. Just try. You'll be able to do it." "You think so?" "Yeah, of course I do." And you know what? That night, somewhere after midnight, this young fellow sent out the outline for his speech. Did you realize that a little bit of shifting of line of neutrality from the mentor to the mentee, when the mentor stopped thinking about me and to you, this mentee was able to step forward, give his name for the contest. Next is when the mentor nudges you. Nudges you out of inactivity. Nudges you from your dormancy and unleashes the skills within. Picture this again. 2 days later, this young fellow meets the older fellow again in the office. And for 30 minutes, the young fellow babbled and the older fellow fiddled with his laptop. And 30 minutes later, the concept for the speech was crystallized. And the outline of the concept was ready. And this instance when the mentor was just a sounding board, listening to what the mentee was talking about, made a big difference. Sometimes just being a sounding board is enough to nudge your inner strengths. You don't need high funda management yet. Next, a mentor pushes you to stretch the envelope, to go for the bigger league. And this happens when the mentor believes in the mentee. When the mentor has higher horizons set and wants the mentee to go for the big league. 2 days later, it so happened that this young fellow, Mr. Older fellow, this time having been shortlisted for the next round of the Keynote contest. And this was after a day of a lot of work, a lot of stress in the office, and he was about to give up, saying, "I'm not able to do it." And that's when that little push from the mentor made a big difference. This young fellow came back and prepared that video sometime past midnight and sent it across. That push from this mentor made that big difference. Now, after having said all this, people would believe that the mentor is done his job. He's touched, he's nudged, and he's pushed. Now, he can just disappear. And that's what usually happens because he's somewhere in the shadows. But today, that is not going to happen because my mentor is right over here and he's the prop that I have. He is the crown that I have. He is right over here, and the fact that I'm standing over here and talking about on this speech right here, he deserves an applause. Let's all put together a big round of applause for distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Gopal. Thank you for being there. Now, isn't this what leadership is all about? Preparing champion speakers. Leadership is about preparing champion individuals, champion teams, and champion organization. And what better place than to see the mentor in action doing these things without any expectations of reward. And isn't this phenomenal that we see happening in Toastmastering day after day? Friends, all that you need to do to build yourself as a brand to be reckoned with as a leader, is not to do anything out of the world. Just be there with that little touch of yours, with that little nudge of yours, and that push, and you will see magic happen. And when you step out on the road, you will see people telling you, you raise me up so I stand on mountains. You raise me up so I can walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can.